Hello guys, in this video, we will see how powerful is offset tester in modding and why it is important to us. I'm going to mod Do Theft Wars and test its offsets using offset tester. So first I'll install offset tester. Now we'll add offset tester into game, since most of the peoples do not have the IP in Mount Manager. So we'll use APK tool M. Go to the folder where game is located and decompile resources only. Now open offset tester app. After it completes the decompiling, it creates one folder with game name. Go to that folder and open Android manifest.xml. If you use without overlay permission method, then you do not need to add overlay permission. However, I'm going to use overlay permission required method, so I'll just copy the overlay code. We can paste that code under any user's permission. Now scroll to the bottom of manifest. Here we need to add service code. Click on Copy Code button to directly copy whole code. After pasting this code, just save the file. This is our main activity path, so remember it. Now compile the project. Our app tool work is done. Now go to the folder created by APK tool. We'll remove everything except game as we don't need other things. Open both offset tester and game in MT Manager. We need to add classes.dex. In game there is already 5 classes dex, so to add another one, we need to first rename it. There are 5 dex in game, so I renamed it to classes 6. After renaming the dex of offset tester, just add that dex into game. Go to lib folder of game, and if there ARM60 for lib, then delete it. In my case, there is no ARM60 for lib. After that, add offset tester lib to game. Now click on any dex and click on Dex Editor Plus. And select all dex, then open it. Now we will go to the main activity of game. Search on Create. Then switch to Offset Tester and copy main activity code. Then again switch back to MT Manager and paste the copied code below on Create method. Now save and close the file. Then build the classes.dex. We have successfully added offset tester into game. So now we just need to install it. I'm restarting the game after giving overlay permission, as sometimes directly running game after overlay permission causes some errors. I'm going to enable VIP as we can't use hooking features without VIP subscription. Also, I am changing the graphics to max, as emulators are always laggy, so low graphics or high graphics doesn't matter. Anyway, I already have dump of game, so I'm just going to open it. If you don't know how to get dump, then watch mod menu tutorial videos. So first I'll start with hex patching. This is just a random method, so it won't mod anything. I'm just using it to show how you can patch or hook it. So first we need to write offset. And we also need to write replace hex. I have explained it in mod menu tutorial part for video. After that, you can use patch offset button to patch offset, and restore button to restore offset to original value. Now we will use normal hooking. Our data type is int, so we need to use int hooking. We need to write the offset here too. Instead of replace hex, we can now just write any number and it will automatically mod offset to that value. If we want to hook mark started, then its data type is bool. So we need to use bool hooking. Anyway, now let's mod game using working offsets. So first let's start the match. We will mod player speed first. This is our normal speed. To mod, first we need to find working offset for speed. As I already modded this game before, so I know which offset works for it. There you can see run speed method and it is under fields. So we need to use field offset hooking. But to hook field offset, we also need to use methods, which runs continuously, so we will use update method. At hook update section, we need to write our update offset. I'll use this link class feature later and show what's the work of it. Anyway, after writing update offset, copy field offset and enter it. Our data type of run speed is float, so we need to use float hooking. Now we just need to enter the value of how much speed we want. After entering the value, enable hook field switch. And you can see our speed is changed. We can also enter higher values to make player speed faster. As you can see, we are running faster than before now. I switched to Mount Manager when using Offset Tester, because my gamepad sometimes touches the center of the screen during gameplay, making it difficult to enter values accurately. Anyway, now we will hook void offset. Here the type of set bead bob is void. So let's see how can we hook it. By the way, there are two options in void hooking. One is with void update and another is with update. If you use without update method, then You just need one void offset. I used void float hooking because our data is void float. So this is how we hook void without using update offset. Now let's hook void using update offset. First, I'll go to the class menu. Now we'll use update offset of this class. We need to write update offset in hook update offset section. We'll use connect link class feature too. We are going to change size of players, so we need transform offset. For it, so here is it. We can use this offset to link class. We can link classes using field and normal offset. I'll show you using field later. Since transform offset isn't field offset, so we will write our offset in normal offset section. Make sure to enable normal offset linking switch. Now we need player scale offset, and for that, we will go to class transform. Here we found the player scale offset, and we can use it to increase or decrease player size. Since the local scale data type is void vector 3, so we need to use void vector 3 hooking. Vector 3 contains 3 values, so we need to write 3 values. Now we just need to enable hook offset switch, and it will increase player size. Now let's find out some players to check if our offset is working or not. As you can see, players' size have increased. Now we'll make it more larger. So this is how we hook void offset using update offsets. And I also showed how to use class connection feature. The default value of player's size is 1. So I'll use 1 value to make their sizes normal. There is also one new feature called call void. Let me show. How can we hook it? I have disabled player scale offset and link class offset. So the only thing we are using right now is update offset of class menu. If we go to class menu, there are many void offset we can use. But I want to use something that will be beneficial. Here is the void freeze method. I think it will freeze the players. Let's use this offset and see what it will do. We need to use call void to hook that offset. As you can see, all players are freezed after I enable the switch. No matter what we do, they won't move now. It unfreezed the enemy after we disabled the switch. Now I'll show you how to get original values of offset. And also I'll show how to link classes with field. First, I'll buy one gun. To get the original values of offset, go to Get Original Values tab. I'll get the original value using Update Offset. I want to get the value of max ammo of gun, so we are going to class weapon for it. Here is the field offset of mag size. We need Update Offset to get the original value of field. But in this class, there is only up to tabulacinter and I'm not sure if it will work. Or not, so I'll use another class, Update Offset. We'll use Update Offset of class Game Manager, as it runs continuously. So we are in class Game Manager now. There is Update and Fixed Update method. I'll use the Fixed Update one. Like always, we need to write Update Offset here. Now we need to link Game Manager class with class weapon. There is no method to directly link class with weapon in class Game Manager, so at first we'll link to shooter class. Then we'll link to class weapon. So here is the field to link to class shooter. Now let's go to the class shooter. Here we got the field to link to the class weapon. So now we can get any values of class weapon. For example, let's say I want to get the gun ammo. Then I'll copy the field of Magamo method. The type of method is integer int, so we'll use int data type, of course. Make sure you enable the switch of Get Update Hook. And of course, you need to enable floating box to see the values. Currently, we aren't holding any gun, so it is showing 1000. As you can see just after we switched to gun, it is showing our gun ammo. Also, you can see the values are changing in real time, just after we change our weapon. Let's say we want to know the recoil amount of gun. Then we can get it too. The type of recoil method is float, so we'll use float data type. This time, since the recoil can be in gun, only so it is showing 0.0 values for other things but 0.5 for gun. Now let's learn how does get values in list work. We'll again go to the man AI class to get values in list. Update Offset is compulsorily required, but we have already used Update Offset of this class, while hooking void offset, and we can't hook same offset multiple times. So we need to restart the game. We have restarted the game. If your class doesn't have Update Offset, then you can use any other offset which triggers time to time. In our case, we have Update Offset, so we'll just use it. You also need onDestroy method. It isn't compulsory, but if you don't use onDestroy offset, then your game may crash after a few seconds or minutes. If you are a good modder, then you already know what's the work of onDestroy. I'll explain what's the use of get values in list later. We'll get was the current health of players. I don't think I need to explain why did I write field in int. Let's get players walk speed too. We can get both walk speed and health at same time as the data types are different. Oops, I pasted wrong field. Let me copy right one and paste again. Oh, there is field to get current speed. So I think it will be better to use it instead of using walk speed, as walk speed may not work if players are running. I also want to know if the player is gangsta or not, so I'll use the field of it too. I think it is enough for now. Let's switch to game. As you can see, values are showing, but the texts haven't fitted properly, so we'll increase the size of box. By the way, there is option in setting to disable box touch. If you enable that option, then your box won't be touchable, which allows to touch game buttons even if the box is above those buttons. After adjusting the box, we can clearly see the values. So you might be thinking, what's the use of get values in list? So by using it, you can get different values of different things. Let me give you example. Let's say if there are 10 players in a game, and you want to know their health. This option will display the different health values of each person. Like you can see just after I hit the player, the health which is showing in no 7 has decreased. So we can say no 7 is showing this player details. By the way, we can adjust text size, gap as well as scroll by clicking in settings icon of box. By the way, the current speed field isn't working. I don't know if I noticed it or not while recording.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach.
Okay, seems like I noticed.
Heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
At least walk speed is working. I wonder if it works or not while the player is running. Seems like it doesn't. Anyway, this guy details are showing in no 6.
Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee?
While chasing him, I found the first player, which we beated. My guy died from one slap. Anyway, he had just 10 horsepower, so it's not much surprising.
Some days I feel skinnier than all the others.
I was chasing others earlier, and now I'm the one who is being chased. Anyway, as there was no gangsta, so it was showing every value as false, so now we'll use a police method field.
My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So, number 2 and number 3 are showing the details of 2 police officers. As you can see, number 2 and number 3 health value reached 0 or lower. Let me show you how can you use get normal offset values. First, we'll go to the character controller class. Let's get the original value of get radius. We don't need any update offset to use get normal offset values. As you can see, we just used get underscore radius offset and it showed me its original value. We can also get original values of other data types like string, vector 3, etc. As you can see, it's showing velocity. By the way, let me tell you how can you know which offset works and which doesn't in-game. You can check trigger count of those offset to check if they are functioning or not. As I'm using Game Manager Update Offset, you'll get the option of trigger count in Get Normal Values section. It shows how many times the offset has triggered. Like here, it triggered 600 times already. Anyway guys, this much for today. And I hope this will help you to understand the work of Offset Tester better. Also, I forgot to mention that only VIP subscribers can use hooking feature. The price is mentioned under the VIP subscription price. Along with the payment methods, you can message me in Telegram to buy the subscription. This ends the video and thanks for watching up to here. You can feel free to message me in Telegram if you have any questions regarding Offset Tester.